How's it going?
How you been?
Another weekend.
Yep.
You're halfway there.
Yep.
You're halfway there. Oh!
Happy hump day.
We're halfway there.
I didn't pick up what you were putting down, but
Oh!
happy hump day.
It's hump day.
I always think about that commercial with the camel. Was it a camel?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So,
Bless your heart.
I just a little slow on the uptake today.
We're tired. It's almost midnight.
Yeah.
So, today, we're gonna kind of
This is like a relaxed episode.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn a little more about us. We're gonna tell you some of our favorite things, if you give a shit.
We've found lists of favorite things, questions.
Yeah, and we're just gonna go back and forth answering and conversating for a while.
So this could be a long episode.
It probably will.
Strap in, bitches. We can record up to 3 hours.
Right. You got us for a while.
This is one of those gold star episodes.
Right. If you make it through it, give yourself a gold star. At least it's not as bad as Pick Your Poison. That was rough. That was even hard to re-listen to.
It wasn't as hard to re-listen to as I thought it was going to be, because 10 out of 10 the whole time we were recording, I'm like, I feel like we've been here for 14 days.
Right. And like, I blacked out during that episode, so I have no memory of some of it. But it's okay. It's alright.
It's fine.
It all worked out. It's content.
Right.
For the what did the kids used to say? Do it for the vine.
Do it for the vine.
I had a TikTok come up today that was a bunch of vines.
I love those. I'm sorry if you guys hear like movement and stuff. I'm working on the mic here. I was trying to get into a more comfortable position.
There are no comfortable positions after 30.
Stop your shit.
You're welcome.
Alright, so let's get to it. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
What is your favorite food? It's a hard question.
That is a hard question.
But I know
like
exactly what my answer is.
I know you do.
There's two things.
Okay.
Garlic bread.
Oh, I knew that was
for
coming.
Fucking sure.
I knew it was coming.
And second,
this bitch just sent me a TikTok. It was like, don't look for me when I die. Don't look for me in the sunsets. Look for me in the garlic bread.
And the second one was crab rangoons.
That's been your obsession lately.
For sure. I mean, it's been my obsession for a long time, but like, I'm just now just like, you know what? I don't care who knows.
I love crab rangoons, and I don't care who knows it.
So like, my whole Facebook page has just become like in my Facebook stories and my Instagram stories. It's just like every few days I'll just like get a wild hair up my ass, and like the only thing I post to my story is crab rangoon appreciation posts. And one, like the last one I posted one day was like, let's face it, this is just a crab rangoon fan page.
I would have to say my favorite food. Used to, I would say like chicken fettuccine alfredo, but I'm kind of like, I'm over it. I don't know. There's not one particular thing that I'm like, I got to fucking have all the time. I just like
I mean, I don't have to have crab rangoons, but it makes my day better if I have crab rangoons.
I would say Krispy Kreme donuts.
I always, every time I see one and the hot sign's on, I go, the hot sign's on, and then I never fucking stop.
Krispy Kreme donuts is a big thing for me. I love Krispy Kreme pretzels. Nope.
I was gonna say
pretzels.
As soon as you said, I don't know, pretzels, and then I'm like, wait, you already had like an appreciation segment of an episode for
Did you
soft
see the
pretzels.
light come on in my brain? Soft pretzels. I love a good soft pretzel.
They are good.
I love it with nacho cheese. I put nacho cheese on like burgers.
I'm lactose intolerant. I can't be wilding out like that.
My favorite thing.
I get
So my kids play soccer, so we have
Yeah.
like early morning soccer games. Like I'm talking like 9 o'clock soccer games. You know.
yeah.
I ain't eat breakfast. We did not wake up in time to run by the Hardee's and get a biscuit on the way to soccer. Like, we rushing out the door, getting there at the last possible second. Best thing ever, breakfast burgers from the concession stand and nacho cheese on the burger. It's so good.
That does sound good. Is
It's
it
delightful.
like, okay, so like, with the nacho cheese, is it like
It's like what you get with nachos.
like movie theater nachos? Like, it's got a little bit of a buttery taste?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, girl.
Because, like,
I've also been known...
like, if you go to Taco Bell, their
no,
nachos
no.
is like, it's got a little bit of...
Yeah. No.
Zing
It's like
to it.
concession stand nachos.
Okay, I gotcha.
But it's like...
I'm trying to visualize it, so I needed to know
buy-
what kind of nacho
You can
cheese.
get nacho cheese at like Walmart in a can.
Oh, I fucking know. And you can get it in a big-ass bag,
I
too.
fucking know. But we buy it from top to top. Taco fries, that's my new thing. You take tortilla shells and
Yeah.
like cut them up into strips and then fry them in like oil. Like
Uh-huh.
it's kind of like a deep fry
I
situation.
think I saw a TikTok that was similar to this.
Probably. I've posted on
You
Facebook.
could, I was
when
gonna
do
say
it.
you could post like stuff like this to our TikTok.
I could. But we do that, and then I just like make my taco meat and stuff like that. And instead of like doing like a taco, I do it like nachos. And I
Yeah.
just put those strips of taco shell, like tortillas, soft shells, and then throw all my taco shit on top of it. And
Yeah.
then for shits and giggles, a little fun pizzazz, put a little bit of nacho cheese on that shit.
So
So
sound
good.
good. Like we've since Daniel has moved into my house, we've done Taco Tuesday every night.
Oh, every night.
Every night. Every night.
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday
every
is a
week.
staple in my house.
Every week is what
there
I
you
was.
go. There
yeah.
you go.
And I would do it every night. The way we've done it. Like we started out doing like tacos. Like I would get taco shells. I haven't bought taco shells in weeks because like we get like a bag of tortillas or tortilla chips and just crush them up on the bottom. That's our
Yeah.
bottom layer. And we both make like, it's like nachos, but it's like,
Taco salad.
it's like a taco salad. Yeah. And then I put my cheese, sprinkle my cheese.
Yeah.
Then I put my hot meat on top of that so the cheese melts.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'll add a little lettuce if we have it.
Yeah.
As I don't go out of my way to buy it because he doesn't really like shredded lettuce like that. And I'll get corn salsa from the Amish store.
Ooh.
It's good. It's a staple for Taco Tuesday because I had to go a week without it, and I was like, I hate it here.
Next time you go to the Amish store, hook me up with some.
I will. It's super cheap. It's like $2 or $3 for a jar, a big
Okay.
jar of it. And I think that's all I put in mine.
I just do the normal.
Oh, refried beans. We get jalapeno
Yeah,
refried beans.
I don't do jalapeno ones, but because my kids eat it. But
It's not hot at all.
I don't like the taste of jalapenos.
Oh, well, if he eats it, it's not hot. I'll eat that shit straight out of the can.
Put that shit on
It's so
everything.
good. It's so good. But yeah, we do that and then we mix it all up and we have our taco salad for Taco Tuesday. And it is delightful and I think about it and I look forward to it all week long.
My son has been known to have full out temper tantrums if he doesn't get tacos on Tuesday. It's a whole thing. And then we got to sing the Taco Tuesday song, Taco Tuesday.
That's cute.
It is. I have videos.
So, hit me with a question.
What's your... I already know the answer to this question. But your favorite hobby?
Scrapbooking. When I can focus on it. Sit down and focus on it. Because, like, I've got a scrapbook that I started a year ago. That I've since been like, I don't like the work. I did like 4 pages in it. And I was like, I don't like that. So I redid. I took everything out. And then I have yet to refill those pages. But I did make a tiny scrapbook. A 6x6s are my jam right now. And then I was so excited because we went to Louisville to see Dita Von Teese. And we just went over the bridge into Indiana. And everything at that Hobby Lobby was so much cheaper than it is here. My paper was half the price.
Nice.
And so I bought 3 packs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say scrapbooking is probably, and reading. I do read a lot. My office that we record in is, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bookcases in here. If you include
with books.
Yeah, filled with books and knickknacks and picture frames, and I even have like a section of comic books and Playboy magazines and Ancestry books, and mostly it's cozy mysteries. I like a cozy mystery, but
I shouldn't have asked this question because I don't know an answer. Oh, Mom, I don't have hobbies. The podcast is my only hobby.
Well,
I mean, I enjoy listening to music.
Yeah.
And, like, listening to other podcasts. I like hanging out with, frisbee golf.
Yeah, you do.
Or just normal golf. I do love normal golf.
I haven't played in years, and I want to get back into it, but
it's so hard for me because I'm so used to swinging a softball bat.
Yeah.
Even though I've not done it in years. But it's just a natural movement for me to lower that swing and not adjust myself the way that I would for a normal softball swing.
I used to be so good at playing golf.
We need to go sometime.
And I quit and then just lost.
I literally spent like $300 or $400 on clubs, balls with my name on them, shoes, clothes, and I've played like 2 or 3 times since then.
My clubs are in my shed in storage.
We have to go sometime when it warms up.
Yeah.
Girls' Day.
I'm so I'm nervous.
It's just you and me.
I know, but still.
But
we have to go somewhere that's not local, because we could run into somebody.
No. I've literally never.
That makes me more nervous.
I wouldn't stress it.
Alright. So the website that I'm using, the first category is food and drinks. So most of my first few questions
What website are you using?
Pondly.
I'm using legit.ng.
It's legitness. What's your favorite thing to bake?
Oh, I just like baking. Cakes. I like baking cakes. I do enjoy baking cakes. I would say that my favorite cake to bake is a Heath Bar cake, which is German chocolate cake, but it doesn't have that German chocolate icing.
I hate the German chocolate icing.
But it's German
disgusting.
chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And then you bake the cake and you poke holes in the cake. And then I get like a bottle of like Hershey's caramel syrup and fucking douse that thing in Hershey's or caramel syrup.
Yeah.
And it just gets all up in that cake and it soaks it up and goes in all those holes. And then I have seen some people put like condensed milk in it. One of the girls that I worked with at the bank that I worked at for a while, she did it with condensed milk, I believe. And it was also good. But then after you do that, you take Cool Whip, and cover that, and then you put a little bit of caramel syrup on top of that, and then you crush up like Heath Bar candy or Skor bars. Is the same shit. SKOR Skor bars.
You can also now buy that bagged. Yeah. And
then just kind of sprinkle it on top. So good. I just like to bake. Like, it's just, it's a fun activity for me.
I like cornbread. I like making cornbread.
I bet you do it differently than I do.
Probably. My preferred method is frying it in little patties.
That's not baking.
It's not. But I do like a good, in a cast iron skillet, baked in the oven.
I did notice that you have some Dolly Parton Duncan Hines cake mix in the
I do like making those. I've got coconut and banana.
The banana is delicious. I did the banana.
I'm honestly puzzled as to why there is a chocolate frosting in that line, because neither of those original 2 cake mixes chocolate goes with.
I'd put it on a banana cake. I like.
I mean, I
chocolate
would.
banana.
I mean, it's probably fine, but like, it just puzzled me as to why
We don't question the queen.
I didn't question it. I was just bumfuzzled by it.
We don't question the queen.
But now that there are brownie mixes, you could put a little on that.
Yeah.
I don't really like baking other than, I mean, I'm not good at it. But I'll make like a boxed cake. But I prefer to go somewhere else and buy
one.
Yeah.
I like to bake.
I'd rather just or bake a lasagna or something.
Ooh, pineapple stuff that I've learned to make.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you what's in it. And you're going to be like, that is the most disgusting.
I think you've told me this before. And I'm like...
It's a weird combination. But until you actually eat it, you're like, holy shit, why is this so good? So it's like Ritz crackers. And you crush them up.
God, I hate those crackers. It's so
gross. You take melted butter. And I feel like maybe there's a little bit of flour in it. I don't remember exactly. There's some kind of thickening agent to it. And then strained pineapple, like crushed. And shredded cheddar cheese. I think that's it.
That does not sound good.
It doesn't sound good, but Jesus, it's so fucking tasty. It's so good. I'm supposed to bring that to family functions every freaking year. That and green bean casserole.
Now, green bean casserole I can fucks with.
That's, I mean, yes, you're baking it, but like when I think of baking,
I think of like cakes and stuff. Yeah, pies.
I do enjoy
a pumpkin pie. I can bake a pumpkin pie.
I've only ever made one in my whole life, but I love them. I will never turn down a pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's quite... it's either a boxed cake mix that I'll make or a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
So.
What's your favorite cocktail? I already know.
Bahama Mama.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going.
Sex on the Beach?
No, I thought you were going to say Purple Hooter Shooters.
Oh, those two. I got 3. Bahama Mama is probably, Purple Hooter is probably my favorite. Because, like, I took a trip to Florida, and for whatever reason, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll pay the bar tab until midnight. But then I, like, went back and forth to the bar, like, 8 times, and I was like, hey, can I get a Purple Hooter? And they were like, yeah, sure. Or can I get 3? Because there was 3 of us. And they were like, yeah, sure. Well, after the 8th trip, the other 2 that were with me were like, can we get something else? I was like, y'all go get it. If you're sending me, we're getting Purple Hooters.
Right.
So, and they taste like sweet tarts.
Yeah. My favorite, number one favorite, and has been for years, has been an amaretto sour.
Ugh.
I love a good amaretto sour. And then
it's not for me.
Remember when we went to dinner to trivia that night? It was like our first episode had released.
Yes.
And we were celebrating, and I had gotten up to go to the bathroom, and when I came back, there was like the biggest amaretto sour sitting in front of me. Oh my god. But I also like, and this is just like within the past, I would say like 5 years or so, and I haven't had very many of them, but every one that I've had has been delightful. Thank you to my friend Josh. I think we've mentioned him before on the pod, for introducing me to these in what could now be a very soon to be outlawed place, a drag bar.
Oh yeah.
In case you guys didn't know, Tennessee is stupid.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing right now. We'll talk about that later. But liquid marijuanas, I love those. They're so good. I got one at Twin Peaks one time. It was good. They're sneaky.
I know I've like tasted it, but I couldn't. It wasn't memorable.
You out of nowhere. Yeah. Kind of like an amaretto sour. I say that when I drink an amaretto sour, I don't sip it. I drink it like I'm drinking a Coke, and it hits me pretty quick.
Yeah. What's your favorite flavor of potato chips?
I don't know. I'm not a big chip person.
Cheddar and sour cream.
They taste like soap to me.
That's weird.
It's a post-COVID thing.
Oh. Okay, so post-COVID thing. Do you smell things that aren't there?
I used to. It's not so bad anymore.
Okay, so like...
It was always like a really sweet smell.
Mine's like baking casseroles. Like cooking casseroles. Like I smell food all the time.
Mine was like a...
It's
you
not...
know
it's
that sweet smell at like a carnival?
Yeah.
That's what mine was.
See, mine like... And mine, it was really bad at first. It's not as bad now, but like... Everyone will be going somewhere, I'm like, oh, something smells so good. And he'll be like, what are you talking about? And I'm like
shit.
Or I'll be like pressing shirts at work. And I'll be like, this stinks. This smells like a fish market.
Ugh.
And he'll be like, no, it doesn't.
I would have to say if I had to pick one. Funyuns.
Oh, I forgot about Funyuns.
Funyuns or the garden salsa sun chips.
Yeah, those are pretty good too. But yeah, fuck me up with Funyuns.
Or pretzels. What is your favorite restaurant?
Any Chinese buffet.
Anywhere I can get crab rangoons.
Anywhere I can get crab rangoons.
I would have to say currently my favorite restaurant right now, this very second. Ooh. Now, do we want to say local or do we want to say like literally anywhere?
You can do both. What's your favorite local restaurant?
So local, just to Middle Tennessee, I'm going to say Twin Peaks because I have never gotten anything that was not good there.
Yeah.
Even more so local. I don't want to go there. Anywhere I've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Clary's in Savannah, Georgia. We ate breakfast there the 2 days that we were there.
Yeah.
So good. It was so good. Like, it was so good that we went back the second day. Like,
yeah.
I want to go back so that we can eat something other than breakfast there. But it was delicious.
Fun fact, we have a local Mexican restaurant that apparently has a bomb-ass breakfast. Like that, yeah. Yeah.
Where?
Does not. It's right up the road from work. I'll tell you whenever.
Oh, the one that nobody ever goes to?
Yeah. And like the food is so good.
I've never been.
I've only eaten.
I feel like my husband went there one time and had a bad experience.
Well, apparently their breakfast is like really good.
I would not think about getting breakfast at a Mexican restaurant.
Me either. But they've got like bomb ass pancakes and waffles. Yeah. So. What's your favorite childhood movie?
Fern Gully.
I punched a kid in the mouth whenever I was watching that movie in first grade. It was my favorite movie in first grade, and he would not stop talking. So I hit him in the mouth, and then I ended up not even getting to watch the movie because I had to go sit in the hallway. When I was a kid, it was Lion King. But looking back, there's a movie, and I don't know that anybody has ever heard of this fucking movie. But it was called The Princess and the Goblin.
Yes.
I love that movie. And I wanted to be the grandmother in the cabinet or up in the attic.
Yeah.
With her hair in the cabinet. Yeah. I wanted to be her.
Now, like, I loved Fern Gully. I watched The Lion King a lot too, growing up.
Oh. I wore out a copy of it and had to get a second copy of it. And
All Dogs Go to Heaven was another one that I loved.
Like, my pawpaw, who, I mean, he was a welder, a man's man, like, hunting and fishing, and his favorite character was Pumbaa.
Yeah.
He had a favorite character because he watched it so many times.
All Dogs Go to Heaven. I actually said something about that movie today because the song came on the radio, and there's one part of it when the dude's singing. He sounds like the alligator that sings in All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh, I don't remember.
And now I can't unhear it. But yeah, that was probably... Now, as far as if you're asking me, like, what my favorite kids movie would be now...
Yeah. Princess and the Frog.
Yeah. Is that your answer or your answer for me?
That's my answer.
Probably Princess and the Frog. Up. Up is one of my favorite
It is
Disney
a cute movie,
movies.
but it's also kind of sad.
It is kind of sad, but it is
Low-key
one
sad.
of my like most favorite Disney movies. I actually, while we were in Savannah, Georgia, got a tattoo for the movie Up. It's the balloons, and they're instead of being attached to the house, they're attached to his little cane.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of symbolic for me because A, that's my favorite movie. B, I had a hip replacement a couple of years ago. Because I had a car accident several years ago, like 12 years ago now.
Yeah.
And it shattered my hip, and it had just gotten really bad, and so I went ahead and had it replaced a couple of years ago. So, you know, walkers, canes were kind of a thing for me for a little bit. So it was kind of symbolic to see what I've pushed myself through.
Yeah.
And, you know, I made it through to the other side. But the bunch of balloons are shaped like Mickey Mouse's head.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus. I don't know. I thought of another one, but then it left my brain.
I like how you like Princess and the Frog. You had never watched it until you watched it with us. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember how you used to come over to the house all the time and eat dinner with us whenever
Yeah.
TJ would work nights?
God, that feels like a million years ago.
Our hamburger helper nights.
Yeah.
We just sit around, watch movies, and eat hamburger helper with the kids. What is your favorite holiday?
Halloween.
I was going to say
Halloween.
on 3. 1, 2, 3. Halloween. For sure. Halloween it's a fun time for us. We just kind of like the feeling
Yeah. I like
of
the vibe.
Halloween.
The spooky vibe.
But also Christmas.
Yeah,
As
I like
commercialized as it's gotten, I like the feeling.
I like the togetherness and
Yes.
the coziness of Christmas.
Yes.
That's how I would describe like our Christmas here, you know.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, you know, the family has gotten smaller. It's just my sister and I and our significant others and my parents. And I've got one grandmother left. But she was in the hospital this year for Christmas, so it was really small this year. But it makes it feel cozy. What's your favorite 80s song?
Bitch, I don't know when any of these songs came out. Like, I just fucking know them. Anything Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
Anything Fleetwood Mac.
Heat of the Moment from,
The heat of the
I think
moment.
Asia sings
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Fuck you. Now I can think of nothing else but that fucking episode of Supernatural. Is it Asia?
I think it's Asia.
You gonna Google it?
Yeah, Asia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who
A
is
pig
your...
and a poke.
Here's your... Fuck you. Who's your favorite... And this just says artist, but I'm going to narrow it down and say, who's your favorite music artist?
Music artist.
Just right now.
Just
Overall.
right now. Overall. Hold on. Where's my phone? It's down there.
I'm going to say, right this very second, Chris Stapleton.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say Taylor Swift just because I listen to her so much, but she's not the only one that I listen to.
She wants you guys to know she does listen to other things.
I listen to Sierra Farrell. I've got a Kelsey Ballerini song on my phone. I never thought that. I didn't even know who she was like a year ago. Lady Gaga. I put a Lady Gaga song on my phone recently.
I don't like the majority of her stuff.
I like some stuff. Tyler Childers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah. Go ahead and say it, Greta Van Fleet.
I don't have a single Greta Van Somehow. So I have never heard a full Greta Van Fleet song in my life. Never. My TikTok is, if I'm not on Swiftie TikTok, it's Greta Van Fleet TikTok. I don't know how the fuck I got there.
Would you hold my hand?
But I'm just going to go with Taylor Swift. It's an easy answer.
You sent me some Greta Van Fleet shit.
Well, it's because I get so much of it.
I fucking know. That's funny.
What's your favorite concert you've been to?
Oh, shit. That's a good one. I really hope you guys can hear me at this point because I'm kicked back because it's comfy. So I'm a little bit away from my mic. So I'm yelling. I'm going to have to say... Shit. Do I have to pick just one?
No.
So, favorite concerts I've ever been to. Papa Roach was a great concert. We saw them at Rock Allegiance tour. That was, at that point, that was the best concert I had ever been to.
Yeah. I
have seen Hailstorm twice. I really liked them. In This Moment came with them. That was really great. Five Finger Death Punch put on a hell of a fucking show. That was such a good fucking show.
Yeah.
And I took my kids. I took Gemma and Maddie to that one. So that was a fun experience. It was so good. I would have to say those would be my favorite ones. I've not been to a lot of concerts in my life.
Yeah.
But I would say Papa Roach number 1, Five Finger Death Punch number 2, Hailstorm the second time I saw them number 3. Yeah. I don't remember a whole lot of the first time, and I don't know why. It was at the Cannery Ballroom. It was a great show from what I can remember, but I don't remember a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
I didn't even really drink. I think maybe I had one whole drink. I know that somebody from work met us there because I bought her ticket.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody from work also met us or rode with us to the second concert that I went. Different work, different girl.
Yeah. I think like my first concert was pretty good. And it was it was a new experience. It was at Starwood.
Yeah.
BuzzFest 6, so it was like a festival of music. Yeah. I can barely remember who played. I know Stained played, but I don't think we stayed and listened to them. 3 Days Grace? Yes, 3 Days Grace, because that was my first concert t-shirt. And that was with the original singer. So that was in 2006. Avenged Sevenfold always puts on a good show. Volbeat was good. The Black Keys.
Yeah.
Jack White.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Jack White. I've been to so many.
Yeah, you've been to a lot.
Papa Roach was good.
Papa Roach puts on a damn good show. I don't know how they're not selling big venues.
They came with Avenged Sevenfold one year, and like Jacoby went around the whole stadium, held somebody's baby.
Nice.
It was really cute. On that note, though, worst concert, Buck Cherry. Awful.
Fuck, yes.
God
they were
awful.
at Rock Allegiance tour
so
that
bad.
we saw.
Every song sounds the same.
Yes.
And I didn't realize it until I heard it live.
And they wait until the very last song to play Crazy Bitch, and that's the only one anybody ever knows.
Yeah. They had, like, full water bottles thrown at them at Avenged Sevenfold. I'm trying to think of currently that's you know, Jack White, I think, was probably the best one I ever went to.
What is your favorite car?
Corvette. I really love a Corvette. I don't know why. I've always been... Like, I've been to the Corvette Museum several times. Yeah. I love it.
I'm going to let my white trash show a little.
Please, it's not... Tell me it's not what I think it is.
I love a good El Camino.
Oh, okay. That's not where I thought you were going. I could get behind that. That's totally fine.
It's rare to find a good looking one.
I thought you were going to say the General Lee.
Oh, fuck. Had you asked me that like 20 years ago, I probably would have told you that. But no. I would say an El Camino or... Stay with me here.
Gosh.
A 67 Chevy Impala.
Yeah, I could get behind that too. What's your favorite Disney movie?
We already discussed this. Just a few minutes ago. Up or Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Princess and the Frog. And The Lion King. Beauty and the Beast too.
Yeah.
I really like Belle. And all of the... And what is his name? Lumiere.
Yeah. Did you see the special on that not too long ago?
No.
They had Josh Groban played the Beast, and her did Belle, and it was fucking fantastic. She's on my top artist that I'm listening to right now as well.
Yeah.
She's got a fucking voice. The bitch can do everything. She is amazing, and she's beautiful. She can play instruments. I mean, like, I love her. What is your favorite snack?
I don't know. I like snacks.
Right. Bread.
I covet, and this, if you've been listening, you'll know exactly.
Hawaiian rolls?
No. No. The Lay's.
Oh.
Creamy jalapeno dip.
Yeah. Have you been able to find it?
Fuck no. They discontinued it.
Fuck Lay's.
Bastards. What's your favorite place to travel for vacation?
I mean, I want to go visit all types of places because I've not traveled very much. I mean, like, I've been on cruises and stuff where we've gone to Mexico and the Bahamas, I believe. But, like, anywhere with a beach would be my go-to.
Yeah.
I just love the fucking beach. Like, honestly, I wouldn't have really done it because responsibilities. But, like, I was feeling one minor inconvenience away from clocking out of work yesterday and just driving south until I ran out of gas. Like,
I mean, I get it.
My sister called me yesterday and was like, I got my tax return, bitch, pack up, we're leaving, we're going to the beach. I was like, don't fucking play with me. Don't play with my emotions.
I think mine's like going to the mountains.
Yeah, I started to say.
Yeah.
You're more of a mountain person.
Yeah. I like, my ideal vacation would be to go to Lake Gatlinburg, get a cabin that's not incredibly hard to get to and stressful, and never leave. But like, just have like a few days of not really having to worry about anything, not having to do anything. Maybe like one day it rains and I can sit on the porch.
Yeah.
And drink sweet tea or an iced coffee and eat snacks and just look and not have any responsibilities.
Right.
That would be nice. That would be ideal.
What's your favorite way to unwind?
I mean, normally, like, to unwind, I usually, like, will come in here in my office, I'll sit in my chair and I'll just have like my lamps on because I'm a lamp girly. I don't like the overhead light too much. And just either scroll on my phone or honestly just sit here in the silence. Because where I work, it's loud. There's embroidery machines, and it's a very overstimulating environment. So, like, I like to come home and just be in the quiet.
I would have to say either a long hot shower or like a long hot bath.
Oh. The thought of that
like
makes me want to puke.
Like cutting off all the lights, lighting some candles, just soak in the bath for a little bit. Or,
yeah,
on a warm day, just fucking riding around by myself in the car with the windows down and music blaring and singing at the top of my fucking lungs.
Yeah.
And that's fun to do around here because we have so many country back roads. Like,
yeah.
I like coming into fall, where it's still kind of warm and you can still ride around with the windows down, and they start burning tobacco barns. Oh, fuck me.
There's one right down the road from work.
Oh.
It's so nice. I smell it every day on my way home.
I love it.
But yeah, no, it couldn't be me I wouldn't be the one taking a long hot shower. I take a shower just to get clean, and then I get the fuck out, because once my hands start feeling weird, I gotta go. I gotta go. My hands and feet, they get too wet for too long, I'm over it. Right. I gotta abort mission, and it's usually about the time I'm ready to rinse out my conditioner is when I'm just like, this is it, I'm over it. I don't know how I ever took long baths.
Right.
All of these questions low-key suck.
You want me to throw one at you?
Well, they're all like, they all could fall into this, all of these could fall into the same category.
Right.
What's your favorite thing from your last trip?
Like, favorite experience?
It just says your favorite thing. So, yeah. If it's an experience or a restaurant or...
My last trip, so that would have had to have been taking the kids to the mountains for the weekend the weekend after we went to Savannah. So, I would say my favorite part of that was hiking through the mountains, hiking through the woods and stuff.
Yeah.
That was fun. But if we went with Savannah, my favorite part of that was just seeing the city, the Bonaventure Cemetery.
Yeah. I think our last trip was just going to Louisville for Dita Von Teese. So the best part of that trip was Dita Von Teese.
Right.
It was only a day trip. It was on a Saturday. But
I mean, if we're going to count that as a trip, I guess my last
we really don't go much. Otherwise, it would have been Florida with my sister and
just being with your sister.
Yeah. But my favorite thing was the day we decided to like go out and take pictures, because like we found this mural of like trippy Alice in Wonderland paintings, and my favorite thing, if you're friends with me on Facebook personally, I think it's still my cover photo, is there was a mural on the actual like building. There was a painting, and it's the Beatles' Abbey Road, but they're frogs.
Yeah. Yeah. If we want to go with like short like day situations, I just recently drove 3 hours to go meet with some of the girls that I work with. I work from home and we're all remote, and I'm pretty much away from everybody else. There's there's one, maybe two people that are anywhere close to me.
Yeah.
But there is a group of girls that's like 3 hours south of me, and so I drove 3 hours to go meet with them for dinner.
Yeah.
And that was fun. I really enjoyed getting to finally see everybody in person, see these ladies in person, and one of them brought their husband. But I got to finally see everybody. That was fun. Get to see everybody in person instead of just a picture.
Yeah. But
okay, so what's your favorite ice cream topping?
topping?
Yeah.
What is some chocolate sprinkles?
Ew.
It's simple, but
I don't like chocolate sprinkles. I love chocolate, but I don't like chocolate sprinkles.
I like chocolate sprinkles.
Favorite ice cream topping?
Or like crushed up Oreo.
Hot fudge.
Ooh, I do like a good hot fudge sundae.
I love hot fudge. Ooh, this next question.
Let's see. What's your favorite thing to do on your birthday?
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, well, like, my birthday falls on a holiday, so, like, we don't go out and do very much, and generally I work on my birthday. I would have to say, I like spending time with my family. I do. I like to spend time with my family, but this last birthday, I just kind of, like, I got up that morning, I went and got my nails done, I got my hair trimmed, I drove 30 minutes down the road, got me some Starbucks and some Krispy Kreme, and I just kind of had a day to myself to kind of just unwind and not have to be somebody's snack bitch for the day.
Yeah.
And not having mama all day long. And it was just quiet and it was just me and it was nice to just kind of regather.
Be Chelsea and not be mom. Yeah.
That was nice.
I usually there was like a period where I didn't really do anything for my birthday. And now I try to like do something. Like last year, Danny took me out to eat to Loveless Cafe. And I think it was the first time he'd ever been. And I think I want to make that a tradition because I really like Loveless Cafe. But I don't know. If I get the opportunity to like go to a museum or something, I would love that. He also, for my birthday, took me like to used bookstores. Which I really, and then one of them had a cat. Her name was Charlotte.
Yeah,
she hissed at me. She hissed at me, but the guy was like, "I've worked here for 3 or 4 years," and he was like, "She still doesn't like me." He's like, and she gets really like irritable at the end of the day. And I was like, "It's okay. I understand. I have cats. They get upset with me."
What? Okay. If you were the type of person that could comfortably get up in front of people, and this is something you would do, what would be your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, shit.
Mine would be anything like 90s Terry Clark.
I could see that. I could see that. That's a hard question.
I know.
That's a very hard question. All I can think is, "Let's Go Girls." Yeah, I mean, probably something Shania Twain. Spice Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, if I've had, like, a really shit day, and, like, because usually Danny and I will ride to work together, but if for whatever reason it's been a bad day, and I get to drive home by myself, because we've driven separately, that's what I'll play in the car.
Yeah.
To, like, pump me up, get my mood back up. So... and it's a full-blown karaoke session.
You said pump me up, and all I could think of was, in a minute, I'm going to need a cinnamon roll.
Man or woman to pump me up.
Cinnamon roll.
Oh, cinnamon roll?
Yeah.
You've been listening to too much Lardy B. Is it my question?
Yep.
What's your favorite memory of your maternal grandparents' house?
So my mom's grandparents' house?
Yeah, your mom's parents' house.
Favorite memory? Oh, I don't know. I've got a couple. One time, I wasn't getting my way about something, and I was sitting on the back porch, and my granddaddy was sitting out there with me, and he had like this little like cement like statue of a bullfrog, and he told me that when I was upset that I looked like that bullfrog. And then like my grandmother kept my grandparents. When my mom started working, my grandparents would watch me during the day while she was at work. So it was like we had routines that we'd go through. So, like, in the mornings, she'd cook breakfast, and we'd sit down at the table with Granddaddy and eat breakfast. And so, like, weird thing that we'd do, Karo syrup, the brown one.
Yeah.
We'd eat that just plain.
Weird.
Or with butter in it. But, like, we'd eat our breakfast, and then, like, that would be, like, dessert for breakfast.
Isn't that, like, pure corn syrup?
Yeah, pretty much. But, like, we'd, like, distract. I'd be like, look, Granddaddy, there's a turtle on the ceiling. And he'd be like, oh, what? And then I'd go steal the Karo syrup. And then, like, my grandmother would fix me for lunch, like, bologna and crackers with cheese or something like that. And then I'd take a nap, and then when I woke up from nap, I'd always eat orange sherbet.
Mm-hmm.
And my granddaddy would always play, like, the mandolin or the fiddle.
I think, because, like, my maternal grandparents are, this is the house that they lived in. And I stayed over here a lot of weekends. A lot of Friday or Saturday nights. And I think the first thing that came to my mind, so I've got a carport that's not really big enough for anything more than a smart car, but we've always called it the carport. There's a table that's out there, and it was out there at this point in time too. It's been all over the place here, but it's made its way back to the carport. And me and my pawpaw were sitting in the chairs, and we're playing cards or something, and I had a Marilyn Monroe deck of cards. And then we start talking about the conspiracies behind her death. And I always think about that. Anytime I think of Marilyn Monroe, I think about, and him telling me, well, when I go, if I meet her, I'm going to ask her how she died. And I'll let you know. He ain't never let me know. It's very inconsiderate. But that's neither here nor there.
Next time we do pendulum work, we'll ask him.
Yeah.
If you ever talk to
her. And, like, I used to, if you can imagine, try to race myself around the house. So I'd have my pawpaw time me. I don't know if he ever actually did time me, but he said he did. And I would run around the house as fast as I could to try and beat my own time. But also, I've wrecked 2 lawnmowers in this yard. One of them twice. So, one was my pawpaw's, and he was still alive when I did this, because there used to be some little trees in the backyard. And I'm just making a turn, and I'm looking right at this tree in dead center, head-on collision. And then my Nana, she madder than a hornet. She's like, you gotta go in there and tell him. And I said, okay, I'll go tell him. I come in, I said, Pawpaw, bat my eyelashes at him. I said, I wrecked your lawnmower. He said, you did what? I said, I wrecked your lawnmower. He said, how did you do that? I said, I hit a tree. He said, well, let's go look at it. He wasn't mad at all. Well, then after he passed away, I was like, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to get on his mower and I'm going to cut the grass. And this big part of my driveway was lined with these cylinder concrete blocks. And what did I do? Ran right over it, bent the blade on the mower, got stuck on it. And then my Nana also at the same time had a Cub Cadet, and she was like, you're not allowed on this thing. She's like, that's 2 times you've wrecked that other mower. And then when I moved into this house, and she moved into my parents' house, we got the damn thing stuck in the front yard because I had a busted water pipe. And it was her Cub Cadet. I don't know. And the neighbor watched me struggle getting that damn thing out of that mud pit. He's just sitting over there waving, smiling at me. And I'm like, fuck you. I've got a lot of memories in this house. There are a lot of memories.
You just add to them every day.
Oh, hell yeah.
What's your favorite funny memory with your sister?
Favorite funny memory with my sister?
The one that I have...
Of me with my
No,
sister?
me.
Oh, you and your sister?
Might get us in trouble.
Oh, shit. So, my sister probably won't think it's as funny as I did, but we took a trip to Florida when we were kids, and my mom packed like powdered laundry detergent in a little container, and then she also had a similar looking container that had sugar in it. So we get back, and we're still, for some reason, using these containers. They're not labeled. And I'm like, I want to make me some sweet tea. I said, Allie, come here. She kind of, we won't. I said, taste this. I'm like, lick your finger and stick it in there. Tell me what it is. She said, it tastes like sugar. I said, good. I thought it was laundry detergent. Oh, and then there's the one time that we convinced her to hold her tongue and say apple, and she said asshole, and she started crying. My most recent memory, though, is like when we went on our last trip down there, and as soon as we get there, we went to the beach when we got there. Like, we settled in, and then we went to the beach. And then we get back, and I said, let's order Chinese food. And Allie was like, yeah, let's order Chinese food. So we ordered Chinese. And Danny's like, we just got here, and y'all are already ordering Chinese food. And we had Chinese food like 3 times when we were there. And he's like, I don't know how y'all do it. And then one night, me and her took some Delta 8 gummies. And Danny was like, this is night 4. I'm not doing this anymore. But Carl had gone to bed, and me and Hallie are sitting on the couch while poor Danny is trying to, because we decided we wanted to watch Muppet Treasure Island. So me and Allie are sitting on the couch chanting, Muppet Treasure Island, Muppet Treasure Island, while he's fumbling with the remote trying to get logged into Disney Plus and find the damn movie to shut us up. And he'd never seen it. And then he had to listen to us sing every fucking song throughout the whole movie.
Lord.
And he was like, I don't know about y'all.
So, like, alright. When I was little, my sister is 9 years older than me. So, like, she, babysit me after school and in the summer and whatnot. And this is more funny because I'm stupid. But, like, we got into it because she was telling me to, like, fold laundry or some shit. And I didn't want to do it. And so we were fighting about it. So then I go in my room and I, like, sit in the floor and I'm, like, pitching a whole tantrum, crying my eyes out, cuddled up to a pair of my mama's underwear because I missed her so bad. And then there was the time that she had to give me a cold ice bath because I sat in a bowl of chicken and rice soup.
Oh, no.
And then this one's the one that might get us in trouble.
No.
Mama, quit listening if you're listening. So there was a time, so my sister married, I grew up playing softball, and one of my best friends on the softball team had an older brother. He was older than me, but younger than my sister. And so, like, we ended up, me and this girl got my sister and her brother to start dating. And then they, fell in love, blah, blah. So they moved in together and they had a hot tub. Well, me and the little sister had gone over there to spend the night. We're in the hot tub hanging out. And we may have been under the influence of some things. I'm not going to specify. But we may have been under the influence of some things. And we were fucking stupid. Like, it was the funniest shit because we're sitting there and then I'm going, evil shenanigans. And then we just all just fucking die laughing. And then the little sister, who still to this day, even though I don't talk to her like hardly ever, I call her my little sister because we were so close growing up. She decided that she had the munchies, and what she wanted was cheesy waffles.
Ooh.
All right. So all we could talk about was evil shenanigans and cheesy waffles, and that was like the greatest damn night. We had so much fucking fun that night.
That reminded me of the cheesy waffle. Reminded me of one time I went to a bar with, it was my mom and a friend of hers, and then me and a friend of mine. And we go, and then we get just schmammered. And I was like, I want Waffle House. We had to go, and this is like a podunk little bar. And we had to go all the way to Clarksville to find a Waffle House. Okay? Get there. My friend says, I want hash browns. And they said, what do you want on them? She said, everything. They said, ooh, everything? And she said, I want everything on them. I still have a picture of these waffles. They were so disgusting.
Waffles or hash browns?
Hash browns.
Okay.
Sorry. Had chili, gravy, mushrooms, onions, cheese, everything. And I was like, and she ate every fucking bit of it. I was like, that is a drunk food if I've ever seen one. But yeah, that's what made me think of that.
One time. So I've mentioned the Sobros before.
Mm.
We used to do, with that group of guys, plus some people, we used to like get together and do like activities and stuff. We'd go bowling, and like we had like what was called our Olympics, where we'd do like different things.
Yeah.
Games and activities. And one year we went bowling. I don't think it was for the Olympics, though. I think we were just meeting up with a couple of them to go have fun. But we went bowling, and they got trashed at the bowling alley. And then we went to Waffle House afterwards in Hendersonville. And fucking Brandon was shit-faced. Could barely hold his head up. He orders. They bring our food. He demolishes everything on his plate. And then the waitress comes over to check on us, and he goes, I'm not paying for any of this. It was all bullshit. And she goes, looks like you enjoyed it because you ate it all. It was funny. It was a good time.
Let's see. What was your favorite TV show from your childhood?
TV show?
Yeah.
As a child, my favorite TV show was one of them, Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah.
As an adult, favorite kids TV show. Current kids TV show.
Yeah.
As an adult that I don't mind watching, fucking Bluey.
I've heard that.
Oh,
I've heard a lot
so
of people.
Cute.
I've heard a lot of people say Bluey.
It's really like the show to me is honestly like
I think for a lot of people, Bluey heals their inner child.
yes, but it's like the parent's guidebook on how to effectively parent weird ass kids. Like I love it.
When I was like a little kid, it was Barney.
Well,
I loved Barney.
mine was Sesame Street when I was 80. Mama, that's how I would tell time. Like I'd be like, "How long does it take to get there?" And Mama would be like, "Oh, 2 Sesame Streets."
But like as I got older, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Real Monsters.
Yeah. Ren and Stimpy.
Doug. Yeah, Ren and Stimpy.
Doug.
I think that
Rugrats.
I think the shows that we watched in the 90s really says a lot about millennials now.
Yeah. Oh.
Angry Beavers.
Oh, this is all that.
Yeah. You know they're like reviving that?
Yeah, we've been watching it. My kids love it.
Your question next.
Who is your favorite actor or actress? Or each?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really like...
Actress for me would be Anna Kendrick.
I could see that. I was gonna go with, Oh, what is her name? I know her first name is Bree.
Oh, that played Captain Marvel?
No.
No, that was her name in the... No? Brie Larson. Is that her name in the movie?
That's her name. Bree. Oh, crap. What is her last name? She was on Community. Allison Brie. Okay. Her first name's Allison. I should have known that. That's my sister's name. I like Allison Brie.
Got you.
Jensen Ackles.
Yeah. Jack Black.
Yeah. He's funny.
Jason Momoa.
I don't get it.
It's not because I think he's attractive. I do. I'm not gonna lie. But like, there was a movie that came out not too long ago. Oh shit. Dreamland? Is that the name of it? It was so good.
I haven't watched a movie in forever. I don't have the attention span anymore.
But I do love Anna Kendrick. Also, I like the girl who plays Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's Brie Larson.
Yes. Also, there is a girl who plays kind of a smaller role. Hold on, I'm trying to find her name because I don't, off the top of my head, know it. She plays the sister in Black Widow, and her name is Florence Pugh.
Oh, yeah.
I love her. I just think she's absolutely gorgeous.
She is really, really pretty. Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I forgot about Ryan Reynolds. How did I forget about Ryan Reynolds?
I don't know.
I don't care if you're a man or woman, or if you're like a man and you're completely straight. If Ryan Reynolds were to walk up to you and be like,
"We fucking."
Yes, sir. Yes, daddy.
Also, I love his relationship with Blake Lively. Like, I don't know much about her as a person, but those two are so fucking funny.
Right.
What's your favorite childhood memory with your mother?
I don't know. I have a lot. My mom used to like... One day a year during the school year, on a Thursday, she'd let me have a hooky day, and we'd go and do something fun. There's so many. Like, my mom and I just used to do shit together all the time. I would have to say one of my favorite memories was, like, we'd go to, like, Green Hills Mall, and, like, act all roofy and shit. And we'd like walk through stores and like we'd separate from each other and she'd start hollering, "Anna Claire, where are you? Anna Claire."
That's cute. I think like anytime that my mother and I have bonded over music has been some of my favorite memories. Like, we went to see Def Leppard together, and we got to see Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and, you know, a lot of my first concerts were, she went with me. And so I think those are some of my favorite memories.
Who was your favorite teacher and why?
Oh, shit. I have several favorite teachers, but I think my absolute favorite teacher was, I want to say Mr. Hall.
Yeah, I could see that.
I really, really liked him. He was really, really sweet.
I would have to say that my favorite teacher was Miss Limley.
Yeah.
She was super creative. We were always doing fun stuff. I was her favorite that year, though. Yeah. I was the teacher's pet. Because, like, anytime that we would do, like, some kind of little skit or play or whatever, I was always the lead. Yeah. I was kind of the big deal in school that year, though. Because that was the year for mass choir, honor choir, youth power team.
Yeah. That was, what, 4th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I didn't like my 4th grade teacher. She was an asshole.
She absolutely inspired me in many ways.
Yeah.
And I just, there's still shit to this day that I'm like, I remember doing that in Miss Limley's class. Or like, and I'll see her I actually saw her today, in passing. I didn't speak to her because like we were going opposite directions and we were kind of far away. But like, I've seen her recently and we always speak. She remembers me like during COVID. They do like what they call a book walk, where like at the walking track or something, they'll have like pages from a book put on like a poster board, and you walk so far, you read part of the story, answer a question, and then walk some more and read, the next couple pages or whatever. And so there's a group of people, like the Literacy Council or something like that she's part of, which makes total sense. That's such a her thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
And so she was there. So like during COVID, like we're walking, and of course we had masks on, even though it was outside.
Yeah.
We had masks on. But like I saw, it'd been years since I'd seen her, but like, all I could see was her eyes and her hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, gosh, she looks real familiar. And then it dawned on me, and I was like, Miss Limley. And she looked at me, and she goes, Chelsea? And I was like, it's so cool that she remembered who I was. Because,
Yeah.
that's been so long ago. But, like, we see each other all the time and speak. And we're friends on Facebook.
I think I'm only friends with, like, 2 of my former teachers. Who are, they're fine. One was my math teacher in 7th grade. I really liked her. She helped me, Miss Heflin.
Yeah.
She, like, helped me.
She's a librarian at the middle school now.
I mean, I'm really not surprised.
I told her I had multiple personalities.
Well, she helped, like, I was failing her class. And, like, she offered tutoring after class. Or after school.
Yeah.
And I had to stay. And, like, she really, like, was patient and took her time. And, like, let me take my time in learning the material, because I needed, the extra help. And I would not have passed her. I would not have, been able to pass her class if she hadn't offered that assistance.
Miss Cooper.
Yeah. Yeah. Ms.
Aside
Cooper.
from she was tough. But
oh, yeah. That was, like, the hardest.
She was fun.
Yeah.
And she always made sure that everybody stayed together.
Yeah.
But she was a good teacher.
I mean, I feel like we had a lot of really good teachers.
We
also had some, like, not so good ones either.
Mr. Newt was one of my choir teacher in middle school. He was, because I did, like, voice lessons with him after school and stuff, too. He was always really understanding. Mm. He was so much fun to be around. He always made everything so much fun. Yeah. I was not the favorite in that class. Yeah. But...
See, I always heard, like, sketchy stuff about him. So, I was like, I don't know. I'm going to stay out of that.
His sister was my 1st grade teacher as well. Hmm. And then I also had his wife for 7th grade English.
Yeah. His wife always seemed really nice.
She was really sweet.
We saw her recently in Bellevue. Yeah. What's your favorite childhood memory with your father?
Him coaching my softball teams.
Yeah.
Me taking out a transmission of the of his race car at 15 years old.
Yeah. I think, like, mine was all of the times that my dad... Range. Huh?
You're going range.
Well, yeah, but, like, when I was a kid, like, we would go down in the woods, because there wasn't a subdivision back behind there. So we could go down in the woods and shoot guns. The only reason why we started going to the gun range was because they built that subdivision. Yeah. But we would, like, go and, like, line up cans and old bottles and shoot. I've never fucking hit them. But, and, like, he would come in and read to me every night before bed. And then at one point, like... somebody, I don't know if it was me or what, decided I was too old for that. And, like, that makes me sad now. I wish he'd still come read to me. Then I don't have to do it.
Right.
That'd be cool. Then we both get to, like, hear a hella good book. But yeah, stuff like that.
What's your favorite thing about Halloween, and why is it the spookiness of it? No. What's your favorite thing about Halloween, and why is it my Halloween party every year?
I do like the Halloween party every year. I even asked last year, I was like, are you doing that? And you were like, I don't know. We may not. And I was like, why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not? That was everybody's response.
I don't know. I've always been more drawn to the spookiness of Halloween than any other holiday.
Honestly, same.
Yeah, like, I even remember, like, I saw, what was it? I want to say it was a TikTok, and it was, like, somebody who was going through, like, some things that their mother passed away, and they were going through some things from their childhood, and there was, like, a sheet of these, like, very 90s Halloween stickers. And instantly, I was in 2nd grade again in Miss Milburn's class as soon as I saw them. Because she had stickers and all this shit and I've still got some of my, like, stuff I made in her class. In fact, I think it's down here. Hold on. I'll show it to you. But, I, would just make some of the most random shit in her class, and, like, used those old vintage style Halloween stickers. Hold on, let me find. I know I wrote okay, here's a poem written by 2nd grade Brittany. Vampire like blood, all ghosts are spooky, all rides are free, the dogs are free, the end. Brittany.
What the fuck?
Look at that good handwriting, though.
Right?
That was good. But, like, look at that sticker. Nice. I also drew the Nutcracker. That's nice. That's not good.
I just feel like Halloween time, I feel alive. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just...
Like, look.
Look it. It's freaking bats. Freaking love Halloween.
Like, those. Look at those Halloween
freaking
stickers.
Bats. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a black cat, a ghost. Nothing says... But that handwriting is atrocious. I liked the party yesterday. I eat ice cream and cupcakes. And my mom came. I had candy.
Easton told his teacher the other day that he likes to help with the baby. So then she texted us and was like, is there something you need to tell us?
What baby?
Right. He was like, I said that because I really wished you guys would have another baby. And I was like, yeah, that's not happening.
No.
I have another good question. Can I go ahead and ask it?
Sure.
What would be... I'm shaking my legs, sorry.
Oh, okay.
What would be your ideal perfect date?
Oh. You know, I've never really been on a date.
What?
Not really, no.
Daniel, we have to rectify the situation.
Well, so funny story, because I give him shit for this all the time. So when we first started talking, and you know how this man was like, we're both just dragging our feet about calling this a relationship of any sort. So one day, I said, I want to go eat Chinese food, or Japanese food, because there's a Japanese place right up the street from, and I didn't work there at the time. And I said, I'm going to pick you up after work, and let's go get food. And he goes, okay. And he goes, it's not a date. And I said, why are you making it weird? I'm just hungry. I want food. And, like, all this man got was chicken nuggets.
Oh, my God.
At the Japanese place. And I'm like, I'm paying. I'm treating you. Just take it and like it.
Right.
Shut up about it. So, but I mean, we've had, like, what I call date days, but I don't know. I mean, the day that we went out for my birthday was pretty good. Like, we went and ate, and we went to bookstores, and he wasn't having a good time, but I was.
See, my idea of date is completely different. So, like, I have two answers here.
Yeah.
If you had asked me, how old am I, 33? 34.
Yeah,
If you had
34.
asked me 15 years ago what my perfect date would be, and this is going to be so stupid, and you're going to laugh your ass off.
Is it the miscongeniality?
No.
Answer.
My perfect date. Take a blanket and a picnic. And take my ass center field at night.
Yeah.
Center field of a softball field.
Yeah.
And just have a picnic under the stars on a softball field. Nowadays, it's kind of similar. Bed of the truck, picnic somewhere, I don't know, nighttime, look at the stars, pillows, blankets, maybe a bonfire.
Yeah.
Just hang out, listen to some music.
See, yeah, that's all I want to do is just hang out and do fucking
just
nothing.
Listen to music, hang out, eat some snacky snacks.
Any opportunity I get to do nothing, I'm taking.
Right. You got anything else? What's your favorite podcast?
I saw that one too.
Ours.
Last podcast on the left.
Which
I
amateur hour?
I listen to a lot of podcasts. So like this, I mean, this is a good like opportunity to kind of like plug other things we listen to.
Yeah.
Cause like I listen to Relax with Colleen and Eric. I listened to Last Podcast on the Left. I listened to the Unsolved Mysteries podcast, which is affiliated with the TV show. I listened to Girls Next Level, which is the podcast that Holly and Bridget from Girls Next Door do, and I love it. I think it's so good.
Okay, so here's what I got.
Okay.
Which bitch amateur hour? Obvi. Last Podcast on the Left. I've listened to a couple of them. I like it. Ghost Facers. And there is another one that I listened to. Two Girls, One Ghost. Haunted Estate.
I do like Two Girls, One Ghost.
There was another one and I can't think
I've
of
also
it now.
been listening to the Grimmcast, which is like the girls from Grimm are doing a podcast where they're like recapping the show. Oh, Murder with My Husband. I listen to that a lot. The Mike Busey podcast. That is a very niche and very specific. There's a specific audience for that podcast. And I don't know if I'm quite the demographic, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
I've listened to a couple episodes of Southern Fried Witch.
Southern Fried True Crime is a good one too.
I've also listened to Comfy Cozy Witch podcast. There used to be Witch Yes is what I used to listen to all the time.
Yes.
I
listened to Someplace Underneath.
Old Gods of Appalachia. That's a really good one.
I tried listening to that one.
I love it.
It's okay. If you like a storylined podcast, The Midnight Library is a good one.
Yeah.
I've The Haunted Estate with Selena Spooky Boo.
I'm just not really a podcast listener. I can do it for a little bit, but I really just thrive off of music.
I didn't used to listen to podcasts, and then somebody was like, "Oh, you like true crime? You'll like Last Podcast on the Left." And I started listening to it. It took me a little bit to kind of get into it, but now I follow so many podcasts and I listen to most of them. Dumb Blonde, to Bunny's podcast. I listened to that. But yeah, I'm a podcast listener. I love music too, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood to. I just want to hear listen to somebody else talk. No,
We've got a friend that has a podcast as well, and I've listened to a couple of their episodes. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible friend. I've listened to a whole lot of your shit, but Two Without a Clue.
Yes, Two Without a Clue.
That's if y'all want to check that out.
Yeah, I think theirs is mostly like they talk about like trauma experiences and like dealing with like toxic people, or I think they talked about motherhood too, because I know they're both moms, and they're both really, really sweet ladies. What's your favorite memory of a pet you have lost?
Ooh. Cujo, my miniature dachshund.
Oh, Cujo.
I have a couple favorite memories, even though a couple of them were kind of painful for me. He used to, I work from home, so like after a while of me working from home, I was never his favorite person.
Yeah.
But after a while, he started to get to a point where he wanted to like sit in the chair behind me while I was working, or sit in my lap. He always was down to cuddle up under the blanket.
Yeah.
When we'd lay on the couch or in the bed, he was always finding a blanket to get under.
Oh, yeah.
One time when TJ and I had first started dating, I was over at TJ's house spending the night, and, we were in bed, and I may or may not have been naked, and didn't know Cujo was in the bed, and he bit my nipple.
Good Lord.
I had a English sheepdog too. Growing up, Ruff was his name. He's gorgeous. He's such a good baby. He used to, every night at bedtime, he'd make his rounds around the house and stick his nose in our faces to make sure that we were breathing while we were asleep.
That's sweet. I had a cat named Tom Tom. A little Tom Tom.
I have memories of Tom Tom.
He was such an asshole, but he was such a good boy.
I really thought he was going to kill me that night.
Well, like when he declined, he didn't know anybody, and it was like
dementia,
or something else going on. We really weren't sure, but he was in a bad way. But like when he was younger, he had to lay in my lap. Everything I did, he had to lay in my lap. I've got like a picture of him when he was like a little bitty kitten, and he was laying in my lap while I was working on something. I don't know if I was doing schoolwork or what, but I put little Post-it notes on his ears, the little like tab ones. And like he was so cute, and he was gray and white, and the tip of his tail was white. And it was just he was so cute.
All the time.
Yeah, I would just grab his little tip.
One time, what we were just talking about, I was over here painting. You guys couldn't see the eye roll that I just did. But I was over here painting, and he had already started to decline. But, like, I had finished painting what I was painting, and then, like, I had to wait for Brittany to finish painting whatever she was painting.
Mm.
And I laid down on the couch, and I was so tired. It's like middle of the night. I was so tired.
Weren't we doing like the hallway in the bathroom?
Yeah. And I had finished my portion of the hallway.
Yeah.
And you were doing the bathroom. And I laid down on the couch, and I saw him across the room. I closed my eyes. They could not have been closed any longer than like 10 to 15 seconds, if even. I opened my eyes, and this fucker standing up on his hind legs in my face, and I thought, because he had already gotten to a point to where he was like kind of combative.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is how I go. He's going straight for the jugular. I'm going to die today. This is it. This is how I go.
And he loved mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't really eat a lot of people food, but mashed potatoes, he was on it. He's not like Amara. Or he wasn't like Amara. I don't know. She's not in here.
She just ate a dill pickle flavored pork rind a few minutes ago.
Yeah. And she loves cheddar and sour cream potato chips. She's weird. We're trying to make sure Willow does not turn out the same way.
Bucket place list to travel.
To travel?
Yeah.
I would love to go to the UK. but I'll probably never be able to afford it.
That's kind of me. I want to go to Greece.
Yeah.
But
I'd
the
also,
UK is also a big deal.
I would love to be able to see the Egyptian pyramids in person.
I have zero interest in that, and I don't know why.
It was a special interest when I was in 6th grade. We had a project, and then I became obsessed with it.
As another Titanic?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I still have my folder of my project.
I want to go see, like, Viking shit.
Yeah, I could see that. I think we just recently, like, discovered something Viking related, but I saw it on TikTok, but I can't remember. I follow a lot of, like, history TikToks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would want to do. And Salem, Massachusetts is
Oh,
another.
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Salem,
for sure.
Nolans.
Nolans.
You haven't been, but I have.
I'd like to also go to Portland, Oregon. I don't know why, but I've always been kind of fascinated.
I want to go to Oklahoma. I
don't know why. Okay, so me and Danny watch a guy on YouTube. His name is Puddin. It's Puddin's Fab Shop. If you are interested, he works on cars. So he lives in Oklahoma, and I don't know why, but I had this image in my head that Oklahoma is like a dusty, desolate area of the United States, and it looks pretty much like here.
Yeah.
And the weather is it's eerily similar.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was going to be hella dusty.
Right.
Nope.
My mom's family comes from Comanche Indian.
Mm-hmm.
Great times, whatever. Grandfather is Kawana Parker, who was the last Indian chief to sign the peace treaty.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that kind of introduced them and talked to them and pushed his people into colonization.
Yeah.
But it's still that history there is still very active. The family does a lot of things. I'm in a group of the Parker family on Facebook, and they're still pretty active about things. And
yeah,
I think there's like a whole day devoted to Kawana, either in Oklahoma or Texas, but Oklahoma is where they're mainly from.
Yeah.
And I'd like to go see that. I'd like to go to the family reunion one year, one of the big powwows.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like a fucking mutt. I've got a lot going on in my family history.
I mean, aren't we all?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think these days anybody's 100% anything.
No.
I think, though, there is like I did see a TikTok of a girl who's like 100% Irish. And they're like, how did you do
Is she
that?
gorgeous?
I think so. I think I'm going to do one last question.
Okay.
It might be controversial.
Oh, shit. I'm ready.
Who's your favorite cousin?
Oh, I saw this question, and I was like,
I
can't say that. No, the one I saw was favorite uncle, and I was like, I can't ask you that question.
I only have one.
Shit. Fuck you, Brittany.
I know who my favorite of your cousins is, and that's because that's really the only one I know.
No, you've met a couple.
Have I? I wouldn't. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, never mind. It's a hard choice. There's two of them that I like. I don't have any first cousins, so it's easy for me. And I only have one second cousin that I have hung out with, and she's really cool. Her name's Angie.
Yeah. I don't know. I like them all for different reasons. Like, Stoney is closer to my age, and we used to be super fucking close, and we'd go and do shit together, and we kind of grew up together, but like...
Yeah, he's really cool.
And then, like...
He's in my top 2 of your favorite cousins.
And then you've met Richie.
Yeah, he's the other one in the top 2.
Yeah, he's always a good time. He's always got some smart-ass shit to say. He's always good for a laugh. I love him.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get matching tattoos, me and Richie, if his ass will ever say, come on, we're doing it. I've been waiting for like a year and a half, 2 years now. I'm not super close to my mom's family. So I really, I don't have a relationship with any of those cousins. If I had to pick one out of that group, it would have to be... I guess Vanessa, because I've had a better relationship. She's really the only one that I've had a relationship with growing up. I love her dearly, and she's been there for me more than most, and she's helped me out of a lot of tough stuff, and, you know, I could call her right now, and she'd drop what she was doing to come and help me with whatever I needed.
Yeah.
I love her dearly. I'm not going to go into TJ's family because there's a lot of them.
I was going to say, there are a lot of motherfuckers on that side.
That's a big fucking family. There's a lot of them.
I did think of another cousin that I have.
Oh, yeah?
I've thought about, and like, I don't know, I'll get your take. So I've thought about adding her on Facebook. So, and the only reason why I haven't done it is because, like, I know that, like, my grandparents and her parents had a falling out, but, like, I don't think that should, like, affect us, but, like, I used to look up to her. She's older than me by a few years.
Yeah.
And, like, I used to look up to her, and I just thought she was so cool, and, like, when I was in 8th grade, like, the summer after 8th grade, like, I had spent some time with her, during that summer. And, like, she had these, like, tight curls, and I wanted to have tight curls, and I went and got a perm, and it did not look like her hair, but we rolled with it. And I just thought she was so cool, but, like, I'm hesitant to add her on Facebook because I'm afraid that, like, the fractured relationship between, like, her parents and my grandparents, might have hindered her perception of me.
I mean, you're both adults though, so
yeah,
you can regroup.
Yeah,
I don't know, I'd probably do it, but I'm also a person that gives people chances when they probably shouldn't get them.
Yeah.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
I was so locked in on the fact that you've only met 2 of my cousins.
Yeah.
Christy is pretty fucking awesome too.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met her.
No,
but I have met Vanessa, and I like her.
Christy is.
She makes hella good meatballs.
Christy,
I dream about these meatballs.
Christy and I have been kind of close growing up as well. I enjoy talking to her when we get together on family functions, and, you know, we'll text from time to time. She's got beautiful children. I was a bridesmaid in her wedding. Richie, all the damn times that he got married, I was never in his fucking wedding, asshole. I don't think he listens.
It's probably for the best,
podcast,
honestly. Because, like, anybody that was in my wedding, I think you and my sister are the only ones I still talk to. And it's not because I'm, like, on bad terms with most of them. I think there's one that, like, we just drifted apart.
One of them is part of his family, so fuck that.
That's true. And then one of them was part of my sister's ex-husband's family.
Yeah.
But, and, I mean, I never had an issue with her either. It was just because...
talk about your fucking wedding.
It was a mess. I will never do that again. I will never do that again. Like I told Danny, I said, if we ever come to the decision that was something we wanted to do, I said, well, we're just going to go to the fucking courthouse and sign something. It's fine. I was like, we do not. And then we can come back here and we can invite everybody over for a potluck or something.
Right.
I was like, I'm not doing that again.
I love your sister dearly. I do. I love Allie. And I'm officially part of the sister
You caught her
chat.
slipping. She
But,
was
like,
slipping.
There have been 2 times in my entire life that I've ever wanted to punch Allie in the face, and that was one of them. I love you, Allie. I do. I would do anything for you if you needed me to. But, like, you were 1 second away from giving me a look, and I was going to fly all over
My
you.
favorite part was when her and...
Fuck Jeremy Rogers that day.
Jeremy over there just talking shit.
This fucking hummus is shit. All he could talk about was how shitty that hummus was.
And how late the caterer was.
Allie had no room to talk about being late to shit.
She was late too.
She was fucking with y'all. Everything was at y'all's
at her apartment.
House.
Yeah, I know.
And was still fucking late. I didn't even get ready with y'all.
She didn't.
And I was there on
She
time.
was my maid of honor. Didn't even get to help me into my dress.
She was your maid of honor and didn't even play in your bachelorette party.
I know. Slipping.
Allie.
Slipping.
next time, if she decides to get married again, you ain't in charge of shit.
I ain't doing shit.
I'm gonna do it all. Because I should have that time. I'm not salty. It's fine.
I was gonna say, you don't sound bitter at all.
I'm not. So I literally was just talking to somebody about that the other day. And I was like, I will never be in another
honestly,
wedding.
though, that was like one of the worst mistakes of my life. Why did I do that?
You remember you got a bee caught in your dress?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I had a bee stuck in my dress. And somebody dropped a pepper and my dress picked it up. And I dragged around a fucking pepper for like at least 15, 20 minutes.
We should have known the whole situation was doomed when your payment for the dude that did the preacher dude, the efficient person,
was a bottle of Jaeger.
Yes.
That we never gave him. We never gave him a bottle of Jaeger.
That poor man.
Yeah, I know. I hope he's doing okay. But he's dead.
What's your charity for the week? Are you done asking questions?
Yeah, I'm done. Hold on, I gotta find
We forgot to do the charity on the last
Yeah, we
episode
forgot
of
to
St.
do the
Patrick's
charity.
Day, but we're gonna link it.
Yeah, everything will be linked. Nonprofit.
It was
of
a
the
pretty cool nonprofit, though. I got it right here.
Hold on.
You want me to read it?
No.
Okay, fine then. Fuck you.
I gotta find it.
I got it right in front of me.
What is it?
Safe Haven.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I didn't write anything up for that.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Where'd I put it?
In the email.
In the email. Hold on.
Oh my god.
I am a mess.
It's literally 1:30 a.m.
I don't know. But anyway, so Safe Haven is a local domestic violence shelter. And I just wanted to... They're trying to buy a house for their safe house because they've been renting a house for several years. And hold on, I'm going to find my...
I could have just read it because I got it right in front of me.
You're fine. You'll be fine. Okay. So Safe Haven Cheatham County is committed to meeting the immediate needs of domestic violence victims and their children. We are dedicated in our mission to provide a safe environment for the victims while in our care and encourage them to build better, productive lives while offering the support, education, and services they need to accomplish this goal. To donate, they don't have like a direct donate link like that I can like click and provide you that link. But if you go to their website and on the homepage, you can click the donate button and it takes you to PayPal, I think. And they are, like I said, trying to raise funds to purchase a new house. I think they found a house and I think they're just coming up with a plan to purchase it. But still, I mean, they're always needing like supplies and, like there's always kids in the house, almost always kids in the house. So like activities for them, clothes, I know sometimes they take furniture and put it into storage for when the survivors come out and are ready to move into their own place. I know when my granny passed, we donated some of her furniture and appliances to them, that none of us were going to need or, you know, whatever. This way they would go somewhere that could use them and they would help somebody out, you know, when they were ready to move on into their better phase of life.
I'm going to go ahead and talk about that charity that I was supposed to for the St. Patrick's Day thing.
Okay.
Chances are you guys are not still listening because this episode's been forever long.
Yeah, we're at 1 hour and 44 minutes.
Oh my god. Anyway, so it's the Atlas Foundation. It's not U.S. based. If you are able to go to their website and donate, you may have to do some type of conversion because everything on there is in pounds.
Yeah.
But it exists to help deprived children work toward a better future through rugby communities.
Oh.
It's a launch pad for good and provides a platform that partners with local organizations that have tangible impact on daily lives of deprived young people. They, kind of help them with through rugby, teaching them, things like health and education and gender inclusion and stuff like that. It's founded and led by Rugby World Cup champion Jason Leonard. They have collected over 1 million pounds and helped over 50,000 children thus far. It's a pretty cool foundation. I really looked into it and read about it. But like I said, if you can go out there and donate to it, you may have to do some type of conversion if you can even do it from the U.S. I don't know why you wouldn't, but there you go.
Well, thanks for being patient with us.
Right.
I feel like you were again in the trenches.
This was a gold star episode again, but
but at least we were coherent.
Right. And you learned a little bit about us.
Yeah. Probably a lot of bit about us.
Right. Fun fact, I farted like 4 times this episode, but it's fine.
I did not fart at all. I did burp some, so you may have heard it. It was a closed mouth burp, which can sometimes sound like a fart. I don't know how many times I've done that where I've just like I had my mouth closed and burped, and somebody's been like, "Did you fart?" No, I burped.
No, and y'all didn't hear any of my farts because they were all silent and they weren't very stinky. So there you go. You're welcome.
Well, I didn't smell them at all.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you. Look us up on the socials: Facebook,
Instagram,
Twitter,
TikTok,
email,
wandersweird@gmail.com. Give us some feedback.
Give us some reviews.
Even if it's just to tell us about your day.
Right.
Yeah.
And send us spooky stories.
Yes, please.
Give us topics
we
to
want
talk
your spooky
about.
stories.
Give us those topics to talk about.
Yeah. But all right. Until next time.
All right. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.